All right, welcome back, everyone. Great to be back in the Sweet 16. A lot of big games last weekend, and we're looking forward to another great weekend of games. I know we have a lot of the favorites have advanced, so the regionals should be fantastic this week. This is Matt Tour, and we have Chris Reynolds next to me. He'll be going over the second list of names. We'll go ahead and get started. Anthony L., you have Florida State. Jonathan M., you have Texas Tech. James W., you have Virginia and Auburn. Robert C. has Michigan, Oregon, and Gonzaga. So good job, Robert, with 3 new teams. Scott H. has Purdue and Michigan State. Terry L. has Houston and Virginia Tech. James B. has LSU. Chen S. has Duke. Stephen M. has North Carolina, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Kenneth H. has Virginia Tech. Dennis D. has Michigan State. Richard R. has LSU. Keith C. has Duke. And James B. has North Carolina and Oregon. So it's a great list of teams, and we'll go over to Chris. He'll go ahead and go over the next list.
All right. Robert K. has Purdue and Florida State. Michael L. has Kentucky. Thomas W. has Auburn. David S. has Virginia. Christopher P. has Texas Tech. Sonia W. has Gonzaga. Then Steve A. has Tennessee. Randall R. has Houston. Michael A. has Michigan State and Florida State. Grady R. has LSU. Barry O. has North Carolina. Elon S. has Auburn. Jerry L. has Duke. And Philip A. has Michigan State.
All right, Chris, thanks for that list. Should be a good group of teams are just given out there.
Should be.
We'll go ahead to the next list. Richard P. has Creighton. Wait, Creighton hasn't made it this far. They actually did the wrong tournament. So Richard P. actually have Oregon. So good job, okay. Richard P. James V. has Virginia Tech and Virginia. So the V's are crazy with that situation.
They sure are.
Ronald W. has Texas Tech. James W. has Kentucky and Michigan. And Thomas P. has Gonzaga. And Jason A. has Virginia Tech. So good job on those teams. We'll go ahead to our next quick list here. Daniel N. has Houston. Hugh B. has 11 teams. So great job, Hugh. 11 applications in the last week. Fantastic. You have North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Florida State, Virginia Tech, LSU, Michigan State, Gonzaga, Oregon, Michigan, and Texas Tech. So you basically got all but 5 of the teams based on that list. So great job on the business last week. Appreciate all that business, and we look forward to you advancing into the Final Four of some of those teams. Now, if your team does get eliminated this week, you can qualify for another team based on writing business between today and next Thursday. We're going to sign more teams next Thursday, so if you're in the tournament and you write more business, you'll get definitely guaranteed teams in the Final Four. So great job on that end. So Melvin A. has Duke. Kathy has Kentucky and Purdue. Richard M. has LSU. Robert M. as in Mary has Purdue. Robert S. has North Carolina. Ryan V. has Tennessee and Auburn. Tammy E. has Michigan State and Houston. And Venus R. has Virginia. So there's some great production there. You know, anyone that can send 11 apps up in 1 week is doing a fantastic job. You definitely deserve to have multiple teams in the Final Four. So go back over to Chris, and he'll go over the last remaining teams.
All right. Daniel Z. has Florida State. David T. has Texas Tech. Edric M. has Kentucky and Oregon. Tyler M. has Virginia Tech. And Venus R. has Michigan and Gonzaga.
Good job, Venus. You obviously qualified for teams both on the life and annuity side of the business, so glad you could qualify for more teams. And remember, we will have all those that advance to the Final Four. We're going to be calling all of you next week to get your tiebreaker number, because there'll be multiple people that have each team. So you might have 8 people that have Michigan State, they advance to the final, they win the whole thing. Then it comes down to a tiebreaker. So the tiebreaker is the total points scored in the last game, which is the championship game. So if you choose 148, Both teams combined have a total of 148 points. I'll be expecting you to send me an email at 10 p.m. Central to ask if you've won the tournament, because that's what happened to me last year. We had a guy that won the whole thing. He emailed me the instant that game was over. Did I win? The next morning I sent an email back, yes, you won. So first prize again is $1,000. The top 5 spots that we paid based on the brackets. The top 5 producers earn money. We also have a random drawing tomorrow. We'll be drawing 2 people's names, which will win $100 and $200 based on the initial person and the second person picked. And then next week, we'll pick 3 names. Everyone wins money, $200, $300, and $400 based on the going into the Final Four. I do expect about 40 people to have teams in the Final Four next week. So we're making a lot of phone calls, getting your total numbers, and we should have a really good, fantastic end to the tournament. Anything you'd like to finish up with here, Chris?
Nope, we pretty much covered it.
Appreciate everyone's help and everyone's business this last couple of weeks. I know we're looking forward to a fantastic Sweet 16. Looking forward to who makes it to the Final Four. A lot of very good teams left, and it really is going to be a mystery on who makes those Final Four teams. So everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy the games, and we're back on with you next week. Aloha.